Hey guys, we are out here today on an absolutely dismal day and getting ready to start. Well, I am starting to increase my mileage now for the vertical mile challenge. I'm about 2 months out from that race, and it's about 16 or 17 miles total distance to get the vertical mile in. I'm going to start today. I'm at Hobby Park, get a 6-mile run in, and then gradually probably increase my pace over the next 6 or 7 weeks. Not pace, but distance and time over the next 6 or 7 weeks, and try to get ready for that race. Now, when I start a training block, I'm typically going to do one of two different types of races. I'm either going to try to be competitive, or I'm just going to try to finish. In this case, that vertical mile challenge is more of just a finish. I'm just going to try to finish the race. I believe that race is probably going to take me anywhere from 4.5 to 5 hours. Now, today's run will probably be about 1.5 hours total, and I'm freezing. So I got a long sleeve coat on because it's pouring down rain, and I can't really see my heart rate monitor. But what I'm going to do is I'm just running for RPE today, maybe an RPE of 3. Very easy run. Just get the time in and gradually increase it each weekend, maybe every other weekend for the next 8 weeks, and be ready for the race at the end of June. Now, my training volume this winter has been about anywhere from 12 to 20 miles a week, all throughout the year. So my base, I feel like my base is very good. And I decided that 8 weeks out was going to be more than enough time to train for this. I recommend anybody who's going to do any kind of race, you have a very good, at least 3 months of base training before you even think about doing a race, either competitive or doing a race where you just want to finish. But I've got enough in my legs that I feel very confident that I can do it, easily ramp up the mileage in 8 weeks. And I've run that course before, so I know what to expect, which is another big plus. If you know where the course is going, you know what to expect. It's a multi-lap course, and so I'm very confident in my ability to get back in shape enough to run 16 miles, 17 miles in the 8 weeks that I have. Now, I'm not going to do any dedicated speed work for this particular race, although I probably will throw in a couple of tempo pace surges midweek on some runs. But ultimately what this is, just kind of an 8-week build-up in mileage and or time, a little bit each week, and be ready for the longer run. Now, if you're going to run a race this summer, now's the time to start training. If you're going to run a 5K, you've got plenty of time to get in some base mileage, and even a few weeks probably of tempo work before you run a summer race. If you're going to run something longer, you need to have run at least several months of base work at all before you try any tempo pace work. Now, preparing for a race to me is always fun, and if you watch my video about plan or no plan, you know that if you have some kind of plan in place, you don't need as much motivation. Today's a good example. It's cold and nasty, and I would not be highly motivated to come out here and run normally, but knowing that today is the beginning of my training block, is just a no-brainer. Just come out here and you put the work in, and it helps it go faster and makes your training seem much less burdensome when you have a race coming up and you know you're training for something specific. So if you do have a race coming up, I would recommend finding an online plan or just some minimal skeleton of a plan, putting it in place, and start preparing. There's no time like the present to start getting in shape and get ready. And if you start now, by summer, yeah, you'll be ready to go. All right, guys, we've got a good hour and a half in. And once I got warmed up today, I felt pretty good. Very confidence inspiring. I haven't run that long in a while. So it's very confidence inspiring to get an hour and a half. Felt good. That's what training's all about, is to give you confidence on race day, so you don't have to worry about things going wrong. You know you can make the distance. And now I'm just going to work next few weeks, working, building up my time. And I'm thinking it's going to be a great race. And about 8 weeks out, 9 weeks out, I'm pretty excited, pretty confident about it, and just having a good time training. You guys, thanks for watching. If you have your own race coming up, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. What's going on, if you got some races and how you're training for them. So for me, this was the start of about an 8 or 9 week block. I really enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys out on the trails next time. Again, thanks for watching, guys.